Hello, good morning everyone, and happy Wednesday. Lisa Brown here, Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the U.S. So glad if you can join me this morning. I'm going to give it a minute to see if it pops up in your feed, and I'll be sharing it to my group pages. So let me, if you want to say hello and let us know where you're watching from, that will be great. Good morning, Kathy. They just left. Okay, that's why I'm running a little bit late. Hi, Jerry. Okay, so let me refresh my page here and get the live going. Good morning. Good morning. Whew. Today's my dad's birthday, and I haven't called him yet. I feel bad, but he said, don't call me too early. I might still be sleeping, so I'm going to wait and call him when I'm done with my live. I had the rest of the household here. Jackie, Kristen, and Mia were headed toward the Houston area, going to look at some things. Hey, Stacy. Hi, Harriet. Thanks for tuning in. Glad it popped up for you. Okay, so let me see if I can share this to my other pages, and we'll get going here. Today I'm going to be using the beautiful Always in My Heart bundle that's in the mini catalog. It is beautiful with some beautiful accessories and papers that go with it. So much you can do with it, and it's like I had a hard time narrowing it down to know what to show you. But my hope is that you can see, although, you know, with the hearts, you tend to think Valentine theme, but you can always use that for other things too. So it's just really, really pretty set. We're going to be making an anniversary card and then a little 3D project. So let me share this. And if you have ever thought about becoming a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and joining our team, we'd love to have you. And if you're interested in that, always reach out and let me know. Thank you, Lynn. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to flip you down and get started here. And just one more reminder. Oh, let me turn this like this and flip you around. There you go. Okay, so thanks, Pam. Get my lighting a little bit better here. Okay, so as most of you know, our Whisper White retired or is discontinued because that factory closed down, very sadly. So Stampin' Up! Had to research and find and develop the paper that was the Whisper White or as close to it in what we're now calling Basic White. And it's now available. And I think I said I was going to share this file last week, and I don't know if I have. My apologies. We've had a lot going on. Just saying, a lot going on. And so I am kind of sporadic in my postings. I apologize for that, but I am trying to be consistent. And so thank you all who are sticking with me. Anyway, the Basic White is very close to the Whisper White. I like it, and I think you will too. But these are the item numbers for all these Basic White products, because what's in the catalog, the big catalog, are the listings of the Whisper White, and those are no longer available. Okay, so going to post that for you if I haven't. Isn't that terrible? I can't even remember if I've done it or not. Whew. All right, so let's get started. We're going to make a card with this Always in My Heart set, and I need a few stamps out of here. So I'm going to use the Happy Anniversary and Here's to Another Year of Happily Ever After, and then maybe some of the florals there. So anyway, you know, we always seem in the mini catalog, we have several heart Valentine looking stamp sets. And, you know, I don't know about you. I mean, I don't send a lot of Valentines. I send, you know, to my family, my immediate family. And some people, you may send Valentines to lots of people, but I like to find ways, and I like these sets that have more uses than just for Valentine. And so this one, you see, this one even has a friend sentiment. The best kind of friend is the kind like you. You're always in my heart. You had me at hello. Okay, and then there's the Be My Valentine. But you could totally use these florals separate than any of the hearts. Okay, so, and then we have several other heart-themed sets in the mini catalog that are beautiful. So, and they're really different styles, which is great because everybody has something they really like, a style, you know. So, I'm sure you can find something that you could use for Valentine's as well as from then on, okay? So, okay, let me see what I'm doing here. Get my packet. So I am starting, I need a Sahara Sand card base. I haven't used Sahara Sand in a long time. 4 1/4 by 11, and we're going to score that in half. And then I have another strip that I'm going to stamp and die cut a sentiment on. And I have it cut narrowly because I'm going to use my mini stamp and cut and emboss machine. I have this die. Look at that beauty. Look at that. That's in the die set. And I've got the wrong dies here, of course. But that's in the die set, and it is just beautiful. Let's see if this is it. Nope. It is this one. Look. I mean, look how gorgeous that is. Absolutely gorgeous. And so you have all these florals, these little mini hearts, and we're going to be using some of these today, and I'm going to use this die first. Okay. Let me show you the other paper. This is the, gosh, the name, Love You Always specialty paper, and it's got a metallic on Sahara Sand. We're using that 4 by 5 1/4, and then you'll need the Love You Always foil that is in this color. It's like a, I don't want to say Rococo Rose. I think it's more the Blushing Bride. And you need about a 4 1/2 by 5 piece to give yourself enough room. And this one doesn't fit through the mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. You need to use the larger one, okay? And then another little strip that I'm going to cut some hearts from, okay? So let's get started here. Okay, so hello everyone. If you're just joining, thank you for tuning in. I am, like I said earlier, it's my dad's 91st birthday, y'all, and he's doing great. And I know I mentioned this to some, but before Thanksgiving, he had a fall and cracked some ribs, but he's doing great. 91 years old, y'all. Didn't break his hip. Just amazing. So he's doing good. Oh, such a blessing. All right. Let me get my act together. Okay, so I'm going to take this, and I'm going to get my Simply Scored, and I'm going to score it. Now, when you cut a card 4 1/4 by 11, okay, you definitely need to score where you're going to fold your card, okay, in half. So this one's going to be 5 1/2 because of the way the paper fibers run. If you try to fold it without scoring it, it's going to be cracked up here and like ripply. Do you know what I mean by that? Have you seen that or tried that? Thank you, Lynn. Yes. So anyway, we're going to give it a good crisp crease with a bone folder, and then we can move this out of the way for now. And then we have this piece, and it can go ahead and go right over top. And I debated as to whether to put another color behind this, but once I got the foil on, I didn't glue anything down until I decided the design, because sometimes if I feel like I need another color to separate the designer paper from the card base, I'll cut this down another 1/4 inch, okay, and then put that border piece behind it. But I decided with what I built up for the actual focal point to just leave it very monochromatic right here. Okay, so that's what we have. I got a new good morning. Thank you for just joining in. If you're just tuning in. Okay, so let me get this on here. Just right there. And it kind of, you know, the card base and where the card base and the designer paper meet is almost like seamless because it's that same Sahara sand background color. Okay. All right. So there we have that. And now we have, this is going to go right here. I mean, is that not beautiful? And again, I was recording a video the other day and I cut out a pretty intricate piece, and you know, you can use our adhesive sheets on the back of this and it makes it like a sticker. Y'all, I forget to pull it out and use it. I mean, what's up with that? So anyway, that's why I'm using glue, and you could use fine tip glue, but I have some larger areas here where the glue does just right, and you would put a little bit and then drag it, okay, instead of like putting a big blob somewhere. And yeah, I know Mia loves glue, my liquid glue. She has 2 bottles that she's always gluing some stuff, and I'll have to show you some of her creations. And the bottles, because she's got glue all over her hands when she's trying to press things down, the bottles are all sticky. Y'all know what I mean by that, huh? Just like full of little toddler hands. It's so cute. All right, I'm going to go ahead and center this here. And like that, we don't have to worry about it getting bent or anything. So I'm going to put that down. Good morning. Okay, got that. Okay, so now I am going to die cut this beautiful banner die. And I believe we've had one like this in another set before. I personally didn't own that one, but let me show you. It has these 2 little strips right here, or scoring lines, so that you get a little pop-up, a little dimension in that, okay? So let me get my mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine and move some of these items out of the way so I can die cut for you. Okay. Put that little cutting plate, platform cutting plate, and then the cardstock and the die. And then I'm going to layer that on top, and then I'm just going to run it through. Good morning. Okay. Move this out of the way for now. And there. Look, it is stitched. And you see those score lines there? Love it. Okay, but we're going to stamp on it first before I fold on those score lines. So give me a minute here. And I'm here in my Texas studio. I didn't have my end colors, so I have the markers. I mean the ink color pads, I should say. But I have the markers, so that's what I'm using today. You know, you can get them in a set of 5 like this. And in a pinch, they work like a stamp pad. I have Happy Anniversary mounted here. And I'm going to take the brush tip end. And here's a tip in case you are new to Stampin' Up! In these markers. Do you see how that's a thin line there? That's a fine point tip underneath this one. You see that's wider, a broader little line there. This is the brush tip, okay? So you're not always, oh my goodness. I just dropped my lid. Oh my goodness. I may have to find that in a minute, y'all. Okay. So I'm just going to brush over the happy anniversary. Okay. All right. Then I'm going to come over here and stamp it onto this curvy. Let me get my Stampin' Pierce mat. This to give me a little more cushion. Since it's been a minute, I'm going to brush over this again. And then stamp that right between those score lines. Okay. All right, you got a curvy sentiment. And then look, you kind of accordion fold these. And accordion fold. Like that. And look. Okay, so let's come over here to our card. And we can go ahead and apply this. Look how pretty that is. Don't y'all love that? I love that look. So pretty. So I think on this, I'm going to put a glue dot. Let's see. Get this, since I can't find my Take Your Pick tool. And then here. Thank you, Pam. Thank you. Kristen, Kathy, would you text Kristen and tell her I'm live, please? Okay. Good morning, Carol. It's okay. It's okay. I'm on my first card here, first project. Okay, so there's that. And, oh, I love it. Okay, so now we're going to add a little bit. Thank you, Kathy. So then, let me see. What's next? I'm trying to decide. I think I'm going to go ahead and die cut those little hearts. And so this is what I love. You can use this next die, either the negative space or the actual little punch outs, which I think are like instant embellishments. Okay, I got a little piece of the foil here. And then I'm going to use, good morning. I'm going to use this little die, okay? So my cut here, because I'm using just the hearts, is just a haphazard cut it out with the scissors, okay? Get it done kind of thing. And so I'm going to lay that here. And then I'm going to come over the top. And then I'm going to roll it through. There we go. It's okay. Tell her she didn't interrupt me. I just saw the text pop down on my iPad. No interruption. Just make sure everything's okay, Kathy. All right. Okay, so there, you have this. And if you wanted to use that, you could cut it out. Great, Connie, great. Okay, so I'm going to use these little hearts. Now, if Mia sees me cut these, oh, I want the hearts, honey. Which, when you cut this one out, I didn't show you this, but it cuts out 2 foil hearts, beautiful hearts, okay, that you can save for another project. Well, Mia got those. I'll have to show you in a minute. Okay, so let me put this back with my die so I don't lose it. And then I'm going to take this and just kind of scatter 3 of them. So I'm going to put a glue dot here, and then one up here, and then one down here. So, yeah, Connie, I'm glad you got, my paper shares got mailed out on, gosh, Monday. So I was hoping they would get there by the end of the week, and that was super quick. Wow. Okay. Okay, push that there. See, little embellishments you can cut, and the foil makes it awesome because that foil is shiny. Look at that. Okay. So I'm going to save these hearts. We'll see. I'm going to push them off the space here. And I see them all crooked, but sorry, guys. So, okay, great. Thank you, Kathy. All right, so now we have this ribbon that is it's the Blushing Bride metallic or golden ribbon. Y'all, I wish I'd get these names down for you. But let's see. Show you where all this beautiful stuff is. January to June mini. Love You Always Sweet, page 11. With the beautiful copyrighted images from Stampin' Up. And this ribbon here is what I'm using. And it's Blushing Bride metallic. $6 for that spool. So gorgeous. So I wanted to do a different thing. I thought, I'll tie a bow. Nope. The bow wasn't going to do it for me on this one. So what I did is an old little ribbon trick. I cut this. This is cut about 9 inches. You could get away with 8. Okay. Fold it in half. Okay. Get your glue dots handy. And then you're going to take the front end and come up with it and pleat it. Like that. Make a pleat. Okay? Just like that. So now, to get that to stay, you need glue dots. Okay, so I'm going to put one in between this loop and hold that down. I'm going to put one here behind this loop and press down. Okay, and then I'm going to take one here and put it in between this loop. Can y'all see that? There you go. Okay, so I went inside this loop, in between the 2 loops, and inside this loop. Okay, so that holds that little pleat in there super simply. And then I'm going to take my ribbon scissors, and I know I'm going to put this right here. And you see that's a little long, okay? So you probably could do a 7 inches, but I usually say 8 just to be sure, just in case you want to position it another way. But I want it hanging from that banner. So I'm going to trim off the excess. So first I'm going to trim this even and then look at it. And that's still too long for how I want it. So I'm going to come up here and do both ribbons, both layers at the same time. I'm just going to trim across. And that's going to go right there. Okay. So now to attach it to the card, we're just going to take these glue dots and so put one behind there and press it down. Now another way to do this, you would still use your glue dots, but you can also tie like a piece of gold thread or linen thread around there. But I decided to leave it just like that and I have some of our champagne rhinestones from the annual catalog. And I'm going to pull this out and use one of these right here. I thought the champagne just blended in real well with the rest of the card. Okay, so there's the outside. Don't you love it? I mean, I think, you know, the monochromatic look behind all of this helps bring everything out. It doesn't overshadow the main element there, okay? So now I'm going to do a little bit for the inside of the card. Get this out of the way and put my platforms there. So I'm going to get some other stamps here, and I'm going to take Here's to Another Year of Happily Ever After, and I'm going to mount that. Oh, messy desk. Sorry, people. Oh, it's okay. I mean, you can't craft without being a little messy, right? Okay, so I'm going to put this here. Okay, and then I want to get a floral stem and mount that here. And then I'm going to get this flower, open flower. And let's see if I can mount it here. Yeah. Okay. So now I have a piece of basic white cardstock cut 4 by 5 1/4, like this. Good morning, Catherine. Okay, and I'm going to take my sentiment first. Oh, I got something on that. Let me get another piece. I had a wet wipe that I used to clean something, and it was on, you know, I got a little wet spot there, so I'm going to get another piece. You know, when you get your white cardstock, if you use this for the interior of cards, you see how I have this stack? That's a whole pack that's been cut up to 4 by 5 1/4, so that I can just reach in there and get it when I need it. Okay? So, throw that away. Move this one and let that dry, and it'll be good for something. So now, where is my little platform? Here it is. Okay, let's do this. I'm going to get my Rococo Rose that I need to find the lid for. Goodness. I lost one of my dies the other day. I still haven't found it. It hit the floor and this flooring is dark, and I've got a lot of stuff in here stacked. My bad, but I haven't found it yet. So, all right. Here's to another year of happily ever after. So I'm going to that and stamp that right there in the center. Okay, and then I'm going to do I think I'm going to do a couple of these stems. Do I want to do the flower first? I don't know. I did the leafy stems on my sample first. Yeah, Catherine, I'm with you right there. It's like, where did it go? And it was from the kangaroo bundle. The big kangaroo. Oh, he's so cute. So, okay, let's put this here. Okay. Then I have my Pear Pizzazz. I decided to use a lighter green, so I chose Pear Pizzazz. And I'm going to just kind of do that. And that's not really where I wanted it, but it's going to be okay. I'm going to bump this up some. Nope, that didn't work, did it? Let's go over photopolymer. There we go. That's fine. Check Mia's stuff. You're right, Ken. You are so right. Yep. She might have confiscated it. So now what I'm going to do is I'm taking the solid image. This is a 2-step stamp. And put it there. And then get my marker in Rococo Rose. And stamp off. Then stamp over. Okay. And then let's get the solid of that leafy stamp. Ink it up with Pear Pizzazz. And then stamp over the leaf here. And do it again. Okay, so there we have our beautiful inside. And let's see. let's go ahead and get our card. And put this down here. And this will be ready to go. Well, Lynn, you know, the thing is that, you know, if you try to be, get it exactly, it's like, that's when it's like, oops, no, that doesn't look right. But, I mean, you can see here, there's some white space here on that flower because I came down a little bit. It's okay. All right? It's okay. I mean, I've seen finished artwork or like papers that are not exact. So just give it a go. You can do it. Okay, there's our first card. Okay, so here's a question for you while I'm cleaning up this stuff. Do you make any Valentine cards? Yes or no? Type it in the comments. Yes or no? Do you make any Valentine cards at all? That even includes if you get your Paper Pumpkin subscriber and you make a card or something out of that. Okay. Okay, let's see. Okay, I know we've got a few people watching. I'm looking for yes and no. Good. Yeah. For the grandkids. Right. Yes, Diane. I'm with you right there. And I do one for Jackie. And I do one for the girls and their husbands. I mean, together, you know. Usually, if I know, Stacy. Oh, okay, Jean. Yeah, great. Yeah. Paper Pumpkin. Not into hearts. Yeah. Okay, Carol. Yes. Okay. Hey, yeah, right. Okay, so I am going to, while y'all are answering the question, I'm looking for my lid. And it has disappeared too. Y'all, it rolls and, oh, my word. Okay, I'm going to have to get a spotlight after a while and a huge magnet, like Catherine said, and look for those two items. But you know what I'm going to do? And this is just because I rarely use the fine tip. Yes, Kathy. I rarely use this end. I'm going to use this here just in case I don't find it, because I don't want that brush tip to dry up. I guess you know I've like been in this situation before. So, okay. Let me move this now. Put it out of the way. Okay. Thank you. Okay, let's get going. I have a little box for our next project. Okay. Oh, let me show you. This was the original one, okay, that I made. And I had too big of a space between the leaves. So look, I put 3 champagne rhinestones in there. See? Fixed it. Easy. Okay. All righty. Move that out of the way and let me get going on the next. We're making a little bag that you can use for Valentine's, but no hearts on it. No hearts on this. It's just, can be for a little gift, and I'm using some of that True Love Specialty Designer Series paper. This is cut 4.5 by 6.5, I believe. 4.5, let me double check it. Yeah. 4.5 by 6.5, and we're going to do some scoring. And then I have some Pear Pizzazz scrap, some basic white scrap, and some more, you know, just in case I need it for die cutting. Okay, so I'm going to need my Blushing Bride ink and a sponge dauber, so let me grab that. So I see that, you know, most of you do make Valentine cards, and that's great. I mean, it's great to have a reason to send a card, right? And I mean, it's kind of like an unexpected surprise. Not kind of like, it is an unexpected surprise in the mail. So, okay, so I have this. We're going to be doing some die cutting. And let's go ahead and go with this. I also used some more of that foil. And on this, I used from the Tasteful Labels dies, I used one of those circles. Let me show you. This is a great label die set if you're looking for one. That one, because it has like stitching and just a pretty edge there. Okay. All right. So now, don't lose that, Lisa. Let me get this out of the way. And I think I'm going to need some ribbon, so let me pull that. Here's that spool of that ribbon. It's so pretty. Okay, here we go. We're going to score this 4.5 by 6.5. On the 6.5 inch side, we're going to score at 1 1/2, 3, 4 1/2, and 6. Then you're going to turn it. And if your paper has directionality, a definite top and bottom, then you want your bottom to be over here on this side. So this is going to be at 1 inch. I believe that's right. Should work. So let's get this out of the way. And we're going to do some burnishing and cutting on those score lines. Let's fold this down. All right, and then fold this. Welcome if you're just joining us. Glad to have you. We're working with some projects with the Always in My Heart bundle from Stampin' Up. Okay. Go again over this. Okay, so now get our paper snips. Where are they? I don't want to use my ribbon scissors, that's for sure. Here they are. All right. All right, so now let's cut here, and we're cutting this little rectangle over here on this end, okay? And then cut up like you usually do for a bag or box. Okay. All right, and then we're going to take this and put some adhesive here and then turn it over and fold it. And now, if you like to make bags like this to have on hand, or, you know, want to make several but you're not ready to give them yet, then you could always do this much and then store it like this and assemble it, finish assembling it later, okay? So let me go ahead and do this using Stampin' Seal Plus. Come over like that. Okay, so now, where's my back seam? There it is. So I'm going to come with the two sides, the back and then the front. And then let's come over like that. And fold it down, okay? Like that. So what we're going to do is we're going to pinch in the two sides like that. And look how pretty that is on the side there, okay? I think that makes a really pretty fold. And what will fit in here are like some Hershey Kisses, okay, some miniature chocolate bars, a small bottle of essential oils, okay, a pair of earrings, some, okay, did I freeze? Okay, so if I'm still live, I need for someone to say something because I lost myself on my, okay. So, I'm not sure if I'm still live or if you can see me, but I am no longer seeing myself live. Okay, so if you can comment and say, still live. Okay, great. I almost stopped it. I'm glad. It's just my, there we go. Got you back. Here we go. Whew. All right. Okay, so we have that. And so you would fill it with whatever, okay? And then take a hole punch. I'm using our old crocodile, but you can use any hole punch. And I usually pull this together here and take this and punch, okay? Okay. All right, so now to close it, I mean, I would put my treat or my gift in there. And then let's fold it in half. I'll measure it for you. I'm doing 7 inches, okay, of this ribbon this time. Okay, I'm going to fold it in half. Then I'm going to take the loop end and kind of make it smaller. Fold that in half. Let's see. And then push it through the hole where you've got the loop. Push the 2 ends through the loop. And voila. Got it. So, and then like, you can leave it like this, and this is very easy to open and to reclose, okay? So, there we have the bag. And now I am going to work on the embellishments. So, this is going to go right here on the front, okay? But we need to jazz it up some, of course. So, I'm going to get this. And let's see if I have Blushing Bride scrap. Yes, I believe I do. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to cut like that. And I'm going to show you these dies that are, to me, a huge time saver. You have this triple set of blooms, okay, which I'm going to use for that. And this 4 different leaves, okay? And I'm going to cut that from Pear Pizzazz. Yes, Lynn, I agree. Yep. That's a great idea, Lynn. You know, for shut-ins, y'all, people who can't get out. Yeah, that's a super idea. Always looking in how we can serve others through this craft of ours. I mean, that is, you know, I always say it's a giving craft, for sure. Okay, so mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. And so here we have one. And then here are the other 2. Y'all, and it pops out so easily. Okay, I can save that scrap. And I'm just going to pop through those little, and I love this one. That's my favorite, I think, out of all of them. But you could use any of these. And then what you do is you save them. I like to get a clear envelope that we have and put any extra die cut pieces inside the stamp set case so that when I go to create with that, I thought, oh, I have this to work with already. So good way to say keep up with it rather than lose it and not use it. Okay. All right, so now we've got scrap of Pear Pizzazz, and I'm going to put that in here, and I'm going to cut these out. Let's see if I can get myself back here. All right, let's roll this through, and I'll show you what we get here. All right. See, 4 leaves. And if you wanted more of a particular leaf, you could roll it through again, but I kind of make do with what I have, you know? So, okay, take this, and that can go in the trash. Put my die back. And we can move this out of the way, I believe. Yes. Okay, so now we've got this, we've got our... And I'm going to put these two like that. I'm going to glue them down. I may use a glue dot to save for mess, because if you get glue on foil, it really shows, and I'm super bad about that, but I'm going to do that. Okay, so let me find my glue dots. They're right here. And with glue dots, you know, if you need it smaller than it is, you can roll it up. So I'm going to take this and put glue dot. And then maybe get another one for that tip. And if you're just joining us, welcome. I'm working with the Always in My Heart bundle from the Stampin' Up! January to June mini catalog. And if you do not have a demonstrator and need a catalog or are looking for a demonstrator, I would love to serve you. And I will, if you will message me or email me, I will let you know how you can get a catalog. Okay, I'm going to put another one here. I'm rolling this up. You lost me for a minute? Yeah, Kathy, mine was, I completely lost it on my, I had to I could see myself still live, but like right now, I see myself. I'm okay. All right. It's just weird. Very weird. Okay, let's do this. Then let's put a glue dot behind this wide space right here. It's not really wide, but it's the widest space on that die. Roll that up. Stick that right there. And put it right there. Okay. And then let's take this piece, scrap piece, and I'm going to take one of these sentiment sets out of the stamp set, the one about friend, and I'm going to show you how I use that. All right, let me mount this, and I'm going to be using Blushing Bride ink, and I'm going to stamp the whole sentiment, but I'm not going to use the whole sentiment. Okay. That up, Blushing Bride ink. And I'm going to stamp. It says the best kind of friend is the kind like you. So on this one, I'm going to cut out some of these words to use as the sentiment on this box. So I've used kind friend. You could use best friend. You could use best kind of friend. Or you could just use friend. So take a vote. Do you think I should use best friend, kind friend, or just friend? See it in the comments. Best friend, kind friend, or friend. Or if you can think of something else. I want to use just two of the words. Friend, okay? That's one vote. Anybody else have an opinion on that? Best friend, kind friend, or friend? Friend. I agree. I'm going with that. That's two already. Friend. Okay. We're going to call that done. So I'm just cutting it out. Yep, friend. There we go. So now, okay, so I'm going to have a lot of white space up here, but I'm not going to let that bother me, okay? So probably on this one, look, see how I moved this up? If I'd have moved it up, it'd have been more balanced, but I think it's going to be okay, don't y'all? I do. Okay, let's see if I can roll my glue dot on there. Okay, let's see. Yep, that works. Okay, so now I'm going to use glue dots to put that onto the box. I'm putting them down the middle more, you know, mostly. Okay, let's put this here. Oh, that's sweet. I like that with just the friend too. Isn't that sweet? You know, and if you wanted to, you could put some rhinestones there, but I don't think it needs it. Isn't that sweet? Okay, so there is that project. And if you'll hang in there, I'll show you some of the things Mia made. And then here's this one. Okay. We have this anniversary card using Always in My Heart. This stamp set with the coordinating dies. And then a little gift bag. Okay. All right. Okay, so let me see if I can find Miss Mia's creations. Thank you all for buying. Thank you all for being here. Okay. All right. All right. So let me show you Mia's. I want to thank, first of all, before I forget, thank you all for sharing my video. I appreciate that. If you've shared my video, and be sure, if you shared, be sure to comment shared. Okay. All right. So here are the cards. Let me move this aside so I can show you what Mia's done. Okay. So it's like, I work with you, honey, is what she says. So here's one thing. Here's one piece. Okay. Look how she folded the corners down. Can y'all see all the glue on that? That's from her little fingers. Here's one of those hearts. All right. Okay. and I punched some. This is an old heart punch I had. And then you see how she confiscated these little ones. Okay. All right. That's one of her creations. Thank you. Here's another one. I thought her folds were very interesting and could be classified as fun folds. Don't you? Isn't that cute? Look. I mean, creative, right? Okay, then look at this one. Okay, so I made another card where I used the heart on a project, and then this filigree was left, and so I gave that to her, and then I had these other elements that I punched for her. Oh, thank you. I think so. I think she's going to be great. Look at this fold. Another fun fold from Mia. And then we have this one. I mean, you know, there's definitely some rhyme and reason to that. Folded that down, so she did a great job, I think. So thank you all for watching this morning. It will be up on the replay if you're watching the replay. Thank you. And I will talk to you all. Hopefully, I will try to do a live again next week. And probably I'm going to be in Fort Worth, so we'll see how that works. I'm taking my stuff, so we'll see how that goes. But definitely, I have a bunch of videos recorded that are going to be going live on my YouTube channel, you know, in the weeks to come. And so there you go. Okay, thank you all so much. I appreciate you. Let me tell you bye here. Thank y'all for being here, and y'all have a great day and a great weekend, and I will talk to y'all soon. Be sure, if you're new to watching, thank you, and let me know if I can help you with anything. And I have a website at inkandinspirations.com where you can find more project ideas, and a YouTube channel with probably almost 1,000 videos, tips and ideas and projects. Okay, bye everyone. Have a great day.